What is yoga? Yoga is a unification of your mind with the superconsciousness. How to unify your mind with the superconsciousness? That is the strategy that the yoga teaches you. We always dwell in the conscious level. That means I would like to say that our dwelling is, our thoughts are mainly worldly, about our houses, about our properties, about our cars, wealth, belongings, possessions, kids, wife, children, relatives, friends, and all other desires that we persist in our mind. But those desires are transient. Those belongings are transient, temporary. It is not permanent. Because with the end of this body, and even if this body stops functioning, suppose one had a severe cerebral stroke, then his mind, his brain would cease to function in that manner. Even he or she would fail to recognize the people whom she longed or whom he longed or cherished for. So these are all dependent on our indriyas, the organs, what we possess. And God, Param Brahma Shiva, is not about our organs. It is above all these indriyas, and it cannot be perceived or it cannot be known by your indriyas. So the meditation primarily is pratyahara, as been told by the Patanjali Rishi, that you have to withdraw from your organs. You have to withdraw all your thought processes that belongs to this worldly life. Your kids, your relatives, your belongings, and all other these things that very much attracts you, leave you possessed, and make you obsessed. So you have to, or rather you have to take the pain of removing those thoughts, those feelings that are predominantly your human body feelings, the feelings, the attachments of this birth. You start to that you had various previous births, and there were a separate set of people's wife, children, possessions, belongings, and before that also there was a previous births, and after this birth also, after your death, you will acquire a separate body, and in that body also you will be having your own relatives, kids, wife, and belongings. So the belongings that does not go with your jivatma from one life to another, from one cycle to another, from one body to another, cannot be your permanent one. So what you have to start doing is that you stop thinking on all these subjects and start thinking that this body doesn't belongs to you. It is a time being frame, you are dwelling in it, and after a certain period of time, as you leave the old garments, the dress, the apparels, the wares, you leave this and put on a new shirt. So this is the contemplation you have to initially start while you practice yoga. And this is very important for us to take note that we will be leaving all this thing behind us in our journey to infinity, in the journey of the birth cycle. So these are all transient. So start putting off your organs, indriyas, your ears, you close your eyes, try to not hear things, try to not think of all these things, try to not move your body as if it is like a shop. It is like a dead body sitting on a place. This is very important first account of starting how to start your meditation. And when you start doing the pranayama, inhaling, exhaling with kumbhak, your mind will slowly cool down, calm, because calmness is the most important affair before going to a meditation. So first try with these thoughts along with the pranayam. Sit straight with the spinal cord straight. In Gita, Bhagavan Krishna said that your spinal cord should be straight. You should sit straight, so that central nervous system gets alert. It carries the Kula Kundalini from the down to the up, from Muladhara to Sahasrara. You must give that opening to the Kundalini to function in that manner. So these are the primary thoughts which you need to practice when you start your meditation. This is the first cause. You first sit down quietly, deep breathly, inhale and hold your breath for some time, for a stipulated period, and then exhale. After some time your mind will get cooled down, you're calm, the serene things. And then what you will find, you start thinking that these are all transient. If you start practicing this thing for days and weeks, after some time you will see that you will really start feeling that these are not permanent things. This will not go with you. You must think of your separate identity and not the identity of a body. Your bodily identity, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your head, your legs, even your sexual organs, your feelings, your stomach, these are not all of yours. These are like your dresses that has come to you. You have put on all this thing and you will leave behind all this thing for a new dress. So this is the first course I would like to request all of you to practice daily for a few minutes. That would help you to understand the super consciousness and not the consciousness which you are and which you feel like. Practice this regularly. This is very important thoughts. These are all a combination of thoughts that can take you to eternity.